here today with Doug Bibby, President of the National Multi-Housing Council. Thanks for joining us today, Doug.
My pleasure.
First, let me ask you, what trends stood out the most in your recent quarterly survey of apartment market conditions?
Well, I think if you look at the Market Tightness Index, which measures vacancies and rents, it dropped to 82, which means that over 8 out of 10 respondents saw favorable conditions, down from a record 90%. So the conditions are still looking very, very strong, and debt financing in particular continues to improve, and that was the major problem we saw 2008 really through 2010.
Is there still more room for rents to grow in the apartment sector?
Absolutely. If you look at the, I asked about this with one of my colleagues out in San Francisco, and the effective rents in the Bay Area metro area are below where they were in 2001. So, you know, there's room to grow. Some of those markets are quite volatile, so they bounce around a bit. But I think if you look at the fact that we haven't been delivering a lot of market rate apartments for the past really 4 years, there's a lack of supply out there. We're not even replacing what we lose each year to obsolescence and old age and other uses. So we're way behind the curve on this. So I think with the lack of supply out there and demand coming from demographic and household changes, it looks very, very good for improving rents.
That brings me to my next question. With the demand for multifamily housing, do you anticipate a lot of new construction in 2012?
We do. We're seeing already an uptick in permits. That starts the whole process of getting entitlements and getting the ability to build. So we're seeing a lot of members now going through the entitlement process or actually constructing new units, and we desperately need them.
How have the needs of today's apartment renters changed from those in previous generations?
Well, I think this group, the echo boomers who are coming through, and there'll be about 67 million of them by 2015, are looking for different things than their predecessors. To borrow an adage from the realtors, it's all about location, location, location. They're looking for downtown areas. They're looking to be near the action, and they'll sacrifice size of a unit. So you're seeing now the architects building smaller units, but they're putting more amenities in them. They're more creative with space, so it's interesting. They're sacrificing on the size of units across the board, so that you can build more units in the downtown areas. And so that's the key trend I'm seeing right now.
Thanks so much for joining us today, Doug.
It's been my pleasure.
I'm Carissa Chappelle for REIT.com.